Charmed and Dangerous. Today I'm going to be doing an eye tutorial for you guys featuring the Maybelline The Nudes palette. I have already done one eye tutorial from this palette, but I did want to do another one because I use this palette almost like every single day. I absolutely love it. Speaking of, in the description box, there's a link so that you can go watch my review of the Maybelline The Nudes palette and see some swatches of all of the colors. Hear me talk about it. What are my thoughts? You guys already know that I love it, but why do I love it? Why do I love it for the price? All of that kind of good stuff. I will leave that in the description box so you guys can go check that out. I promised that I would get that video up for you guys, and I have delivered. But I also wanted to give you guys another little kind of bonus to that, which is another eye look from the palette. So today we're just going to be doing an everyday wearable kind of brown eye. I've really been trying to venture out into the worlds of browns and colors and things that aren't black or gray, which is really hard for me because I love my black liner. I love my black eyeshadow. I love my gray eyeshadow. I love dark. Ugh, I just love it. It's so sinister. That's just always what I've worn. So I'm really trying to venture out into browns and colors and just everything. I'm just trying to venture out in general. And since I love the palette so much and I wanted to give you guys a bonus video to go along with your review and swatch session, I thought I would just kind of put this look together for you guys. I really, really like it. I don't know if you can tell. I'm still working on my lighting in here, so don't mind that. Also, disclaimer, before we start the video, yes, my shirt is cut. So before anyone's like, is her shirt cut? Oh my God, what is she doing? Is she wearing rags in her videos now? Ew. It is. This is a very laid back kind of video. As you can see, like my hair is up in this literally like this clippy thing. I just got home, went to the gym. I have to go to bed early tonight because I have a mandatory meeting at work tomorrow. I will vlog on the way there. But I have a mandatory meeting at work tomorrow on a Saturday. Yay. I'm just tired. I'm just chill. I really wanted to get this video up for you guys, but to be honest, I didn't feel like putting on a whole bunch of accessories and jewelry and shirts and going through my closet. So this is what you get. This is an Ed Hardy shirt that I've had since I was probably like 18. And I went through a phase where I thought that the cho-chas had to be in everyone's face all of the time. And I didn't like t-shirts because I felt constricted and I feel like you couldn't see my skin. So yes, I did. I cut it. And it's super comfortable, and that's why I'm wearing it. I looked in my closet. I was like, ooh, that one, pulled it out, put it on. Yes, my bra straps are hanging out. Yes, I probably look like a hoochie. Do I care? Not at all. Not at all. I'm going to wear this to bed. This and sweatpants is what I'm wearing to bed. So very comfy laid back video for you guys today. So sorry if you don't approve of the self-cut V-neck I did, but you know, we all have our moments and we all make mistakes. So anyway, after that disclaimer, if you're interested in getting this beautiful everyday wearable brown eye from the Maybelline The Nudes palette, stay tuned, keep watching, and we will get right into it. Okay, so here we are. I have already primed my eyes. I just used a primer that's in this little NYC kit. $2 at Big Lots. I don't particularly love these shadows, but I do like the primer. So it comes with like a highlighter, shadows, and then a primer. So I just use this primer here to just prime all over my eyes. And then I've also already done my eyebrows for the sake of this video, for sake of time. As you guys know, I'll put on all the rest of my makeup and come back to you. But also for the sake that I have this like monstrous zit thing happening like right on the edge of my eyebrow. And when my eyebrows were not filled in, it looked a little bit too crazy. So I'm like, let me fill those bad boys in because no one wants to stare at that all day. I mean, it's like the size of Texas. It's terrible. So we're going to get right into it. As you guys know, we're going to be using the Nudes palette from Maybelline. Love this palette. And we're going to be doing just, like I said, just kind of like an everyday, like kind of brown smoky eye. If you guys know, I'm not a big fan of like brown liner and browns in general, but I've been really trying it out and I've really been liking the way it looks. So that is what we're going to do today. So the first thing that we're going to do after you have everything all primed is we're going to go in with an eyeliner. This is a brown eyeliner. This is by Jordana. It's just a retractable eyeliner in brown suede. This is the only brown eyeliner that I found that I remotely even like. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of line our lash line, and then we're going to go in and we're going to smudge it out. So you're just going to put a line there and you're going to go up into the corner, your outer V, just a little bit. And then you're just going to take like a smudger brush, or I'm just going to use this pencil end of the dual ended crown brush that I got in my Ipsy bag to just kind of smudge that out.
Thank you.
going to go into our Nudes palette. And we're just going to take that brush and we're going to be using this color right here. It's kind of like a very light brown, a little bit of a taupey color, and it's got a little bit of a shimmer to it. I find that shimmers are easier to blend, so that's why I'm going to use this color to blend out this eyeliner. And I also don't want to use anything too crazy dark because I don't want it to get too dramatic and too dark. So that's why I'm going in with a little bit of a lighter color and a color that has a bit of a shimmer to it. See, it's just going to create a really nice base for us to really work with. It's also going to help your shadow stick a little bit more. It's going to give you that little bit of smoky edge. After I've kind of blended it out where I don't feel like it's too crazy, I'm going to, like this primer though is so white. I'm going to take that same color. I'm just going to take it on the fluffier end, and I'm going to take that up into the crease, continuing to blend out the eyeliner just a bit that hasn't been already blended, but also taking it up into the crease. Next, I'm just going to take a fluffy blending brush. You guys know I use the concealer brush by e.l.f. if you've watched my tutorials recently. And we're just going to kind of blend all that out just to smooth all of the edges. And a tip for people who have eyes like mine, they're either hooded or slightly hooded. I don't really know what to call them. I don't feel like they're hooded, but there's something going on there, is if you're using a big like fluffy brush like this, which I do recommend to apply things into your crease, instead of using it this way, turn it and use it this way. This is something I talked about in my September faves when I actually featured this brush because I love it so much, is that I use it this way when going into my crease because it really gets up into the crease. If I use it just flat like this, or I find myself using a smaller brush, I find that it's not really giving me that look, and I don't really look like I'm wearing eye makeup, especially when I take a picture and I'm straight on. I have to literally close my eyes for people to see that I have eye makeup on. I like it to be somewhat apparent. I like my crease to be somewhat toned and beautiful and wonderful. So turn it like this if you're having any issues and you're feeling like all of this is bare up here and everything's just on your eyelids and it's just not popping for you. So I'm going to take the same brush because I am in love with it so much. And I am going to go in, I'm going to go in with a matte color over the shimmer. And the color I'm going to be using is this color right here. It's like a light to medium matte brown. Again, a little bit taupey, but more of like a brown base. And the reason I'm doing this is I just want to darken up that crease a little bit. I'm gradually going to darken things up until we move to a darker color. So this is what I'm going to use to darken up that crease. And again, we're going to go in with that same blending brush and just smooth everything out. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to pack some color on the lids before we really get into like the outer V. So the color I'm going to be placing on my lids is a shimmer color. It is this color right here, and I'm just going to be using like a flat brush. This is just from e.l.f. It's just like a flat shader brush. This is a really pretty, like really light brown. It has some shimmer to it. It's really gorgeous. I just really like it. I don't know if you guys can really get a close look at that there. That's the color that we're going to be placing all over the lids. I'm going to do from here about to 3/4 of the way because we are going to be placing a darker color on the outer V. You can do the whole lid if you want to. I just usually do 3/4 of the lid since I'm going to be darkening it up in the outer V anyway. Is I'm just going to go in with my blending brush and I'm just going to blend where that color kind of meets my crease. I'm not going to blend on my eyelid because I want that color to really stay. I'm just going to blend right at the crease where that color kind of met the other colors that we used. Next, I'm going going to be taking this same brush. You can switch to a smaller brush if you want to, if you're a little bit worried about the deep dark color going into your outer V and you being kind of, you know, scared to mess something up. I really just like this brush. I feel like I'm really good with working with this brush, and it just really gives me the look that I want, so I'm going to stick with something this large. But you can move something to something smaller if you want to. The color that we're going to take is we're going to take this deep brown right here. This is also a shimmery color. I'm using a lot of shimmery colors. For one, I just like sparkle. But for two, I feel like they're a little bit easier to blend, and I want this to be user-friendly. I have a hard time blending out matte eyeshadows. I'm not that great at it. So I really wanted this video to be an all-around, like, user-friendly, my hair, I don't like what it's doing. An all-around user-friendly video, and shimmer shades are easier to blend out. So we're just going to take that color and we're going to place that in the outer V going up into the crease. We're going to go in with our fluffy brush and just blend it out. So as you guys know, I'm a fan of dark. So I'm going to take just a little bit matte black, and the palette does come with a matte black here, and I'm going to place that just in the very outer V. I'm not going to go too much into the crease, too much onto the eye. I just want to do a little bit in that outer V just to darken it up. This is personal preference for me. That's why I said like 3 or 4 shades. I like to do this. If you want to stop at the brown, please stop at the brown. Don't feel the need to like go crazy and like jump in there. I just like a little bit of darkness there. So I'm just going to take this on just my pencil side of the dual brush, and I'm just going to go a little bit into the outer V. I'm going to take a little bit more of that lid color that we used, and I'm just going to make sure that that color is really vibrant. I'm just going to pop that little bit of that back onto the lid. I just want to make sure a lot of that color did not get worn off. And then again, I'm just lightly going over where that meets my crease, not on the actual lid. Okay, so there's that part of it. The next thing we're going to do is we're just going to go in and highlight. I'm just using my eyeshadow C brush, and I'm just going to take this pearly color right here. This is a shimmer pearly color, and I'm just going to highlight on the inner corners of my eye and then also under my brow bone. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to take a Q-tip. I'm just going to clean up my waterline a little bit because I'm going to want to put some eyeliner in there. And sometimes if I don't clean it up a little bit, my eyeliner doesn't go quite as planned. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go in again with our brown eyeliner, and we're just going to take that and we're going to hit our lower waterline a little bit onto the lash line. Okay, so after we've done that, we're going to take the smallest amount of black, I know, in a brown eye look, the smallest amount of black, and we're just going to do a very thin liner on the top. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil, and I'm really just going to focus this in my like tight line area instead of going onto the lid because I want the lid to really stay the way it is. I have the worst time tight lining. It's like literally ridiculous. Ugh. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go back in with our pencil brush, and we're just going to take some of that dark brown that we used in the outer V, and we're just going to smudge that on the lower lash line. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to pop on some mascara. Any mascara will do. I'm just going to be using my Maybelline The Falsies, and what else do I want to use today? How about my Too Faced Better Than Sex. I'm going to use this, and then my second coat, I'm going to use my Maybelline The Falsies. And that is basically the finished eye look. I'm just going to do the rest of my makeup off camera and come back to you guys with the complete finished product, show you guys some close-ups, and I will return in just a few moments. And we're back with the finished product. This is basically after all my face makeup is on, my blush is on, my hair is doing this weird thing again. That's what I do for doing like this is what I get for doing like a casual like thing, but you know. Sometimes. And then I just chose a really bold lip color. The lip color that I have is by Kate Moss. And again, this doesn't have a color on it. I believe I featured this in my fall lipsticks under $10, which I will link below. But it really frustrates me that it doesn't have a color name, but it's color 107. It's just like a really pretty, like bold, like deep kind of red. I really, really love it. And I figured since we were going with a more like neutral eye, that we would do a really bold lip. And I'm just been really into the bold lip thing lately. So excuse me. But this is basically the finished look. Sadly, I cannot zoom in on my phone unless I turn it the other way. So with my front-facing camera, it won't allow me to zoom. I tried to zoom and it was like, sorry, can't do that in this mode. For as much money as I paid for this phone 2 years ago. I feel like I should be able to do it. But what the heck ever. So I'm just going to lean in for you guys and give you guys kind of a look at what we have going on here. If you guys can see that. It's just, it's very, I like it. It's just, it's brown, but it's like very toned down. It's very neutrally. I don't find that it's like too crazy. It's very like an everyday wearable kind of thing going on. And then I like the lower lash line, putting that dark color down there. As you know, it drives me nuts to not have my black eyeliner on, but I'm really trying to branch out into other things. So this is other things. So I hope you guys liked this tutorial. Also, look in the description box down below for the review and the swatch session that I did on the Maybelline Nudes palette. I'm uploading these both on the same day, so you guys have two things to kind of choose from that kind of go with each other. So do go out and do watch that, what I think about it, what all the colors look like swatched, not on the eye, just on the back of the hand, and my opinions and thoughts and everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you like the look, give it a thumbs up as well. Write down in the comments below what you think about the look, what you think about the tutorial, what you think about life and me and the weather and it's cold here and whatever you want to tell me. Just pop it down there. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. If you are, thank you. You're gorgeous. You're wonderful and you're not missing out on anything fabulous and I'm not missing out on you. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys soon in another video. Bye.